the message is what you get to remember is your bigger state. The bigger state of who you are. Like, so weird. I don't like using this word, but galactically. And if you want the memories, you have to almost expand from here into the galactic space to see the memories of yours. Otherwise, it's just a real-time reality for you. Hello, I'm Ruth Barclay, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Taste Your Magic. This is a company I've been building, and what we like to do is we like to explore your gifts, help you taste your magic in a lot of different ways. And some of those are retreats, private mentoring, sessions, and also just different events that are held around the world globally. And what I'd love to do is live readings. And today we're going to do some live readings. I love to categorize them as an oracle. And what those consist of is anything about you, what's going on with your life, questions you have going on, your gifts. We get some interesting questions that go into some really fun details. We also do animal communication where we speak to your animals and your pets, whether they're here or they've passed on. And then we have angel connections, which is a medium work. And that is talking to loved ones who have also passed on. And today we have Charles Vest, who I absolutely love joining us today. And we've known each other pretty good for like 3 years now, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds right.
And you've had a chance to see me in a lot of situations doing readings for a lot of different people because of
I've seen you change lives on the fly. I see how excited you get when the doubters come by and then they walk away completely believers, and it's just a joy to watch you and your gift.
Thank you so much for that. You even helped me kind of be like, okay, you should probably go grab something to eat, maybe take a break for a minute.
Yes.
You've been there for me a lot in a lot of scenarios, and I appreciate you for that, and I appreciate our friendship. And today, what is your question? What are you wanting to dive into now that we give you a little bit of time?
Wow. So I've watched you work, and I very, very rarely get a chance to talk to you. And usually when I do, it's about a girl that I'm falling in love with. It's like, is she the right one, Ruth? Tell me. And now I see why you've always held your breath when you told me before. But today I would like to ask you a much more deeper question. When I heard that you're talking about people's gifts, and I'm thinking about my gifts. And one thing that I see a lot of people talk about is that they have led, previous lives. They're on their fifth life, their thousandth life. I knew you in a life before, and every time I hear that, I get kind of weird because I don't really know if I've had a previous life. I don't feel it. I've never had a dream that says, hey, I'm talking to you from, the life before. I've never had one of those aha moments, where you're talking to someone and they go, have we had this conversation before? So I'm just curious about that. And secondly, if I have had a previous life, that's interesting. But someone told me that maybe you're just one of those few people that have one life, and if that's the case, I'd like to know what my higher power, what my source, what my guardian angel wants me to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, you're always fun. You're always fun. It is really interesting. So just like a quick thing with past lives, it's an energy that comes back together into your current physical space anyway. And so sometimes DNA holds memories of other energy parts of you that have done other things, and people translate that in different ways. And without going into full detail or learning about that, we're going to stick with you. And a big part with you is sometimes you get beings that come in that create realities on the go. And in that, in order to have memories or function in a society that we have here on Earth, they want memories, right? And for you to understand more of who you are, to have a path, to have a dream, to have manifestations in the physical, to live whatever your goals are that you're either here for or want to be here for, memories support you in that. But sometimes what happens is memories are like implanted to help you be of a memory. But that doesn't necessarily mean it is the lived memory. And so sometimes when you're going through your life, you have manifest the reality as you wake up, which we do a lot of that anyway, right? There's pauses and manifestation comes in, gestations, all these different processes. You know a lot about that stuff. But sometimes it just happens. And so for just a second, I want you to explore the thought of what if this was created, Charles was created in real time with an implanted memory? And what starts to happen for you?
Well, I saw a thumbs up when you put a thumbs up. The Zoom made a thumbs up, so that was kind of interesting. Like, and that's kind of what happens. If I just think about an implanted memory, it would be just confirmation that I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. Things are as according to the plan. And so I think it's just really confirmation for me. And that might not be exactly what you're asking about, but that's what comes to me.
Yeah, really good. Another thing to kind of explore is coming into a body that has been here, but hasn't necessarily been yours here until you allow it to be yours now, which then can be a process of something else. But you're a state that has come in a real-time space. So a lot of times what happens with this is during death experiences, they call them near-death experiences, but it's an actual death experience. And then the life comes back again, which is encompassed with a different being. And sometimes those ones have no history of past, unless it's of a memory of something, or somebody gave it to them, or somebody said you were born this day, or something of that nature. And the message is what you get to remember is your bigger state. The bigger state of who you are. Like, so weird. I don't like using this word, but galactically. And if you want the memories, you have to almost expand from here into the galactic space to see the memories of yours. Otherwise, it's just a real-time reality for you. Tell me what you're hearing with that.
Yeah, what I'm hearing, Ruth, is that because I'm so much into manifestation, I can easily manifest my complete existence on the fly. And so that's how I've been living my life. And so I haven't given space for manifesting what my existence was or what messages are out there. So therefore there aren't any that are coming to me because I manifest on the fly. So that's what I'm hearing, is that if I made space for messaging, if I made space for knowledge from the past, it would be there instantly, like everything else is as I manifest. So it's really me in control of it rather than it being in control of me.
Yeah, which is a tricky situation sometimes to be in.
Yes.
But yeah, so if you want to know the histories of you, it's beyond the physical that you have to actually start tapping into, which then takes you out of the physical. So yeah, so a tool going forward in this practice is the nitty-gritty of what you are true, like what are you wanting to experience is what's being asked. Not always the like long-term desire, but you're in a space right now that your realities are asking, what do you want to experience? And the experience can be felt, seen, heard, all the senses, like the senses are like, what do we want to experience? Because that's what's really cool right now for you. Yeah, that's what I would say is as a tool going forward real quick is if you want to know history, it's expanded back through bigger, not of this life, right? It's just a big space. And I won't go into much more of that. And then your tool forward is your system of creation is asking, what do I want to experience? What do I want to taste? What do I want to see? What do I want to feel? What do I want to actively see myself engaging in, whether I keep the memory or not?
But what's interesting about that is, as you know, I was given a gift a year and a half ago of being able to create beautiful art, and it came out of nowhere. And what's interesting about the senses is before I create something artistically, before I paint something, I ask those questions to the paint. You know, what do you want to be? How do you want to exist? How do you want to influence people? And the paint pretty much does what it does, and it's an amazing experience. And so I do see that correlation between, you know, really I'm living that through my painting. You know?
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes. Perfect. So perfect. Yeah. And that's going to be kind of a section for a little while. And then you'll know more. You'll know more. Right. And it's interesting too, because I remember you saying you now can feel your heart.
Yes.
So
yeah. I remember you laughing when I said, I don't know what it means to be heartfelt. I don't know what it means to say I'm opening up my heart space, and you just laughed at me. One of the first times we talked, and you said it's because you're all heart, and I do now feel my heart's like overwhelming in many cases, and it's you know, it's like you said, it's a recognized thing. I now recognize that it's there, and now it's always there, and so this is the same thing with what you're talking about.
I'm excited. I want to talk more after we close this
and
out.
I manifested you to help me with this, so there we are.
You did. We're here. Real-time reality. Charles, I'm in awe with you at times. I love our friendship. I love who you are. I love who you help. I love your thoughts, and I'm excited for more. And thank you so much for coming on with such a brilliant question. That's going to open up the eyes for many of you guys, and maybe what's going on with some of the way you feel and experience and manifest too. So thank you so much for allowing us to showcase your magic a little bit and who you are.
Showcasing your magic. Thank you so much as well. It's fun talking with you, Ruth. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. I love it. Thank you. All right. And we'll see you guys next time.